Let's see. Oh, shit. All right. So everybody's got this sheet in front of them right now. So have you guys, so we talked about the metric system that's on the back. We'll look at that next. I have put here a bunch of conversions. On a test or a quiz, I will give you conversions. So the point of this is, do you know how to use them? I'm really hoping, I know you all know there's 12 inches in a foot. I understand that not all of us knew that how many feet were in a mile, right? You don't use that very often, yes? You definitely probably don't know how many decimeters are in a furlong, so I mean, we're gonna talk about how to do that kind of problem. So, if you've taken any chemistry class, you have almost definitely done what we're about to do. And actually, while I think about it, let's start with this. Here we go. I'm gonna ask you guys a seemingly unrelated question. I'm really, really good at that. This is a really useful general mathematical idea that is gonna become immediately applicable for all of us. Okay. That's 4. Sorry. What would I multiply 4 by to make it become 3? You're all like, I don't know, man. All right, so real quick, if you want 4 to become 3, what do you not want it to, yeah. What do you not want it to be anymore? You're right. Really silly, yeah, you don't want it to be 4 anymore, correct? You want it to be 3, yes? I love you guys. I'm gonna divide by 4 then, because what does that do for me? It's not 4 anymore, yes? And then if I multiply by 3, it becomes frickin' 3, yes? So this is one step beyond multiplying by the reciprocal. You can look at it as replacing something with something else. Are you guys at all with me? You're not going to have to do this problem, but I want to show you in probability. I'm not going to have to do this, but I want to show you how this comes in. We sometimes have to do like 5/12 times 5/12. And then the next problem I would have to do 5/12 times 4/12. Now real quick, can you guys do 5/12 times 5/12 in your calculators? Your calculators? What do you guys get? So you get 25 over 144, which is roughly what? It's a decimal. You could do it. Anybody? You guys okay out there? 0.173. 0.173? I'm crowdsourcing. I don't know. Sounds about right. Yeah. 25 out of 200 will be 12 and a half. So that makes sense. Okay. Is everybody with me so far? That's nothing amazing. So, in probability, this could be like, oh, let me turn this lamp on. There we go. Is that better? This room drives me crazy. Okay. We're not going to suddenly do probability, but this would be like the probability I pick a spot, something out of 12 things and there's 5 of them. Like if I have 12 cookies and 5 of them are Oreos, and I'm like, I really want 2 Oreos. What's the probability I pick an Oreo and then another Oreo if I put the first Oreo back in? Maybe. Okay. So, this is based on some probabilities. What would I multiply 5/12 by to make it become 4/12? What do I want to get rid of? If I want 5/12 to become 4/12, what do I not want to be there anymore? 5. And what do I want to replace it with? 4. So if you just take this and multiply by 4/5, go ahead. If you still have this in your calculator, just hit times 4 divided by 5. You're so weird, Jeff. Okay. Let me catch up to you. 5/12 times 5/12 is that. Yes, indeed. It should be 0.174, but we'll be okay. And then if I multiply that times 4 divided by 5, I get 138888, yes? Now, if I just do 5/12, get out of there. 5/12 times 4/12, I of course get that. So it's a generally good kind of mathematical shortcut. If there's a number I don't want there and a number I want instead, I can just divide by what I don't want and multiply what I do want. It's kind of like a very subversive, I think of it like invasion of the body snatchers. Take that away and replace it with something else, yes? Or Indiana Jones with the gold statue in the sand. Yes, maybe? And if you do it correctly, no boulders will come at you. Okay, that seems weird, I'm thinking. But you guys see how that's useful? Now, how does that apply to us, dear God, Jeff? If I tell you that 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters, and I have told you that, and I have 17.49 centimeters, and I want to know how many inches, do you see the idea is the same? If I want to make that into inches, what do I no longer want? What do I want to get rid of? If I want to make that into inches, is it currently inches? What is it currently? Do you all agree I want to get rid of centimeters then? Do you see that? So I'm going to make a grid, and I want to get rid of centimeters. Where do I put it? Just like I put the 4 earlier and the whatever, the 5. Where do I put the centimeters so it will cancel? On the bottom. What do I want to replace it with? Inches. This step was mathematical, but not numerical. This is just make centimeters die and then replace it with what you want, yes? Now I know 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. So what do I, in my little grid, dude, what do I put here? One of these is 2.54 of these. Now real quick, whatever this length is, do I actually want to change the physical length? Is that what this is asking me for? No, you with me? So every other country in the world would call this 17.49 centimeters. We're going to figure out what the hell us weirdos would call it, yes? I'm not going to change the actual length, am I? Is everybody with me? I really want you guys with me. But do you agree that I'm going to divide that by something? I'm multiplying it by 1 over 2.54, aren't I? Isn't that what it tells me to do? Do you guys see that? Why does that not change the length then? Because what is 1 inch and 2.54 centimeters? They are the same. So what is 1 inch divided by 2.54 centimeters? 1. So I am multiplying by 1. So the physical length doesn't change. Just the name I give it changes. You guys see that? This is what we call unit analysis. There was a physics test I took. I didn't know the freaking formula, and all I did was make sure that all the units canceled, and somehow I got it right. And I'm like, holy shit. So I'm not saying that will happen for you, but unit analysis can save your ass. So just make sure the units work out right, and you have a good shot at being close. Yes? So just to make sure you guys see, centimeters cancel, yes? And this tells me to put what into the calculator? Yeah, you could either be very explicit and say, well, Jeff, that literally tells me to put 17.49 times 1 divided by 2.54. But do you see how that's silly? You could just divide it by 2.54 and you'll get the same thing, yes? Okay, I should use a, I didn't, oh yeah, I did. I should use my TI calculator because it's backlit. You can see it better. Is that what you guys are getting? 6.89 if I want to round it? So I put approximately So 17.49 inches is roughly 6.8, I'm sorry, 17.49 centimeters is roughly 6.89 inches. The little grid dude kicks so much ass. How are we doing so far? The grid dude works even if I have to take multiple steps. What the hell do I mean? Does anyone know how many seconds there are in a year? How many days are there in a normal year?
365.
365. And of course, why do I say normal year? Because every 4 years you have
Leap year.
and the people that have a birthday on February 29th, they do weird things. All right. So let me write down here 1 year. I want to go from years to seconds. Yes? What steps am I going to take? I can go from years to what? What's the intermediate steps? Because I don't know how many seconds are in a year. That's what I want to figure out. I go from years to days. Then from days to hours. And then from hours to... Okay, minutes. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. And then from minutes to seconds. A really good thing to know. Well, all right, let's do the work and then I'll show you a shortcut. So I got 1 year, yes? So the mistake people make very often on these kind of problems is they don't first figure out their path. I want to figure out how am I going to get from where I am to where I want to be. So my first step is I want to get rid of years and I want to replace it with days. So where am I going to put years? Bottom. And then days up the top. Yes? Then I want to get rid of days. Have you given yourself enough room, Jeff? Probably not. I want to get rid of days and replace it with hours. Then I'm going to, let me stop, let me slow down. I already know my path. Get rid of years, replace with days. Get rid of days, replace with hours. Get rid of hours, replace with minutes. You guys kind of with me? And then get rid of minutes, replace with seconds. So that first step is not numerical at all. It's just make the freaking units die. Then I come in with the numbers, yes? So what do I put here? 1 at the bottom. 365. 1 at the bottom. 24. 1 at the bottom. 60. 1 at the bottom. 6. Okay. So take a minute and do that. What does that tell me to do? Am I going to divide by anything really? You could divide by 1, but why would you? So when you do the grid, anything on top I multiply by, anything on the bottom I divide. That's the okay. Even better. All right. Okay. Sorry. What are you guys getting? Anybody? It's gonna be a little big, yes? Yeah. In fact, your calculator might say something a little weird. Maybe that's why nobody wants to tell me. So the answer cannot be 3.15, yes? Come on, light. Oh yeah, let me get mine. You guys with me? That cannot be the answer, you all agree? But so what part of that, oh, I'm sorry, I was looking at it wrong. I was thinking it would give it to me as times 10 to the something, but it didn't. So what is it? It's, yeah, so 31,536,000. Okay, all right. You guys have met me. I can't leave this alone. Really quickly, is that difficult? Because you're going to be able to do your calculator, and then to set up what you're going to put in your calculator, you just have to kill the units you don't want. Quick side note, yes? Quick side note. What is pi roughly? 3.14 blah blah blah, right? Okay, you guys with me? Do you see how the first three numbers are almost pi? It's a little bit bigger than pi. Just go with me for a second. You don't have to know this next thing. You do not have to know this next thing. But you see how this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? So this is about pi times 10 to the 7th. So if you want to, make people leave you alone at a party, you just say,
do you know how many seconds are in a year? About pi times 10 to the 7th.
oh, that's then you get a little radius of alone time. It's crazy. You guys semi with me? You didn't need to know that, did you? You could have lived your whole life and not known that fact. But that is kind of interesting. It's not exactly pi, but it's really freaking close to pi times 10 to the 7. It's crazy. Okay, I'll stop. So let's do something a little more difficult here. What if I am in Russia? Which means I might be in trouble. I don't know. We'll see. And you guys all have this, yes. Let me make sure what I gave you guys. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Okay. So let's say that I know in Russia, they're telling me that something costs get out of their dollar, 1.27 rubles per kilogram. And I want to know, have you ever seen the rate? No, I want to know what that is in dollars per pound, because I'm a weird ass American, yes? Surrounded by Russians trying to sell me things. Are you guys with me? How many units are currently in that expression I'm looking at that I don't want? 2. Pick one of them. Ruble. You want to get rid of rubles, correct? Okay. So where will rubles go? Bottom. And then what do you want to place? By the way, is it pretty cool? I don't know if you've ever heard of rubles, but just like we have dollars here, they have rubles there. Yes? I could have put euros, but I want to pick something that I thought maybe some of you have heard about, but maybe not. Okay. And I want to replace that with dollars. So real quick, I haven't put any numbers yet, but you guys see how now I'm at what? Now I'm at dollars per kilogram, yes? What else do I want to get rid of? Kilograms. Where am I going to put kilograms? Well, if I put it down here, will it cancel with this guy? No. Is everybody really cool with that idea? To cancel, they of course have to be diagonal from each other, because top means multiply, bottom means divide, so those would cancel, yes? Do you see how this first step is relatively easy? Just wherever the thing is you don't want, put it across from it. Put what you do want. I'm going to worry about the numbers second. We don't currently know what the shit goes in here, do we? You're all sitting there like, no, I don't, Jeff. Okay. And then, where am I going to put kilograms again? Sorry. Top. And on the bottom, I'm going to put... No, sorry. Remember, I want to go to... maybe I misheard you. Dollars per pound, right? I might have misheard you. So let me get this to turn the way I want it to be. Sorry. I'm looking at the current conversion between dollars and rubles. Here we go. Perfect. So write this down. You guys write down. I'll write it down on here on my paper. You can't currently see it, but 83.92 rubles equals $1. Yes? You guys all with me? Back in the day when Italy had lira, it was insane. It was like 10,000 lira was $20 or something. It was kind of silly. Now it's all euros, so it's really boring. I went to Europe the summer of 2001, which right before 9/11, which is probably before some of you guys were born, but y'all know what happened on 9/11 in 2001. And while I was there, I tried to pay in Denmark with the wrong kroner, because Swedes had kroners and Danish had kroners. And the guy behind the counter just threw them at me like, how dare you? Anyway, sorry. That was a complete side note. I'm very sorry. Coming back. So now I can put some stuff in here, yes? Where goes what? What goes on the top? Bless you. Yeah, $1 is 83.92 rubles. And now, can you guys look on your paper and figure out what to put on that last? Look at your little conversion paper. Oh, I see. Did I give it to you 2 different ways? Oh, you're looking up here. Okay, let's do it. Do you guys see I gave you 1 pound is 0.45, but I also gave you 1 kilogram is 2.2? Does anyone ever work out at a gym or something? Work with weights? Have you ever seen like so many pound weight is also, they sometimes put kilograms also?
Yeah, about 45 pounds is a 20 pounds.
There you go, okay. So right here, it doesn't matter which way you do it, so I'm gonna do it the way you just told me. 0.45 kilograms is 1 pound. So what are the units that are left alive? What units are left alive? Dollars per pound, yes? Okay, good. So what are you gonna put into your calculators? 1.27 divided by 83.92 times 0.45. Yeah, so if it's on the bottom, you hit the division button. If it's on the top, you hit the times button. Yes, that's it. It's almost too nice to believe. The first step, kill what you don't want, replace it with what you do want. Not a life lesson. Second step, fill in the conversion numbers in the right place. When I teach math, I often talk about killing things, and I'm like, don't apply this outside of mathematics. So let's all see what we get. Let me see, I'm going to use this guy because you can actually see what I'm doing. Which is, kind of silly. $0.007 per pound. Can you guys help me convert that to cents per pound? You can do it. How would I make this into cents? No. Every dollar is how many cents? Yeah. So if I put $1 on the bottom, I put 100 cents on the top. So if I multiply by 100, this is 68 roughly cents per pound. Whatever this is I'm trying to buy. You guys with me? Okay, I love it. Okay, so if you ever go to a different country, you gotta be really careful about conversions, getting ripped off. Okay. All right. So let's look at this. Let's look at this sheet real quick. For example, number 1, help me out. And I give you some examples up here, yes? I want to go from miles to feet. So that's direct. Do I have a direct path there? Yes. What is the direct path? I know 1 mile is 5,280 feet. Yes? So some of you guys, the whole thing with conversions, for every conversion we're doing is, do I divide or do I multiply? Yes? So very quickly, If you had 24 inches, how many feet is that? You divided, didn't you? If I have 3 feet, how many inches is that? 3 feet. How many inches? 36. You multiply, yes? So when you're going from a bigger unit to a smaller, you multiply, because every foot has 12 in it, 12 inches, yes? If you're going from a smaller unit to a bigger one, you divide. So you could memorize that, always know which one's bigger, smaller, and then not do the grid, but that's kind of silly. I know how to do that shit, and I still do the grid because it just makes it easier, yes? This one's not too bad though, you can kind of tell you have to multiply. But let's see, 0.6 miles, and I want to get rid of miles and replace it with feet, so 1 mile is 5,280 feet, and sure enough, it tells me to multiply, yes? And that'll be 8, 6, 3,168?
Yeah, you got 3,400.
Dang it. What is it?
But I might get it.
You did.
I got 3,168.
Okay, okay. Jeff beats the calculator? No, sorry. It's my one skill, so. Is everybody cool with that? And on a test or a quiz or whatever, I'll tell you how much to round, yes? Because when you do these things, you obviously can get a lot of decimals going on. Cool, do you need one of these? I'm sorry. Anybody else need one of those handouts? You can sit there like, man, it'd be great if I could participate. Do you need one? How's everybody else? Everybody else has one? They gave this one out last time, so I have extra though. Huh? You? I want to know what math means. Okay, let's see. So this one, again, you got everything you need right here. How do I go from pints to cups? Is there a direct route? Yes. So I've got 7 pints. I want to get rid of pints, so I'm going to put those down here. I'm going to put cups up here, and then what numbers do I put is based on the, where'd it go? The conversion. 1 pint is 2 cups. So where does 1 go?
Bottom.
On the bottom, 1 of these, it's 2 of those. Does everybody see that? There's no guessing. It's kind of beautiful, kind of locked in, which sometimes is nice to be locked in. You must do this. Okay, I can do that. So then pints goes away. 7 times 2 is crazily enough 14. How about feet to centimeters? That is definitely one that we might not know. Did I give you a direct route there on this sheet? Feet to centimeters. Nope, because I'm an asshole. What can you go from? Feet to what? The main thing I want to do is bridge from weird ass American shit to the rest of the world. So I want to go from feet to metric. And the only way to get there is from feet to meters. You with me? And then I can go from meters to centimeters. And I'm going to do it the grid way on this side. But we all know there's a better way. So let's do it the grid way. So 11 feet. I want to get rid of feet and go to meters. And then I want to get rid of meters and go to centimeters. So just in case you don't like the King Henry approach that I showed you and that we'll review on the other side, you can still do it the grid way. The grid way. So what goes in the second kind of grid there, the feet and meters? What goes next to meters?
Can we also go from feet to inches and then to centimeters?
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, so okay, we'll do that next. So there's another path. One path is feet to meters to centimeters. Another path is feet to inches to centimeters. Do you guys see that? So we'll do that second. So on a lot of these problems, there are multiple paths to get to where you want to be. So this will be 1 foot, 0.305 meters, yes? Just put your glasses on, Jeff.
Okay, Jeff.
Oh my God, there's stuff on here. And then, do you guys, how many centimeters does it take to make a meter? And the centi gives it away. How many cents in a dollar? So how many centimeters in a meter? 100. Oh my gosh. How you guys doing? You doing okay? So I killed the feet, and then I killed the meters. So of course I'll end up in centimeters. And what is this, Jeff? I don't know. Hold on. That's 305, 305, 30.5. It's 335.5. Huh?
I got 335.5. But I did
Oh, that's right. We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm sorry. We'll catch up to you. So this will be 11 times 30.5 basically. So this way we get 335.5. Jeff, you can do it. There you go. Centimeters. Now, real quick. Is everybody semi-cool with that? You guys okay with that? Alright. Now, Adrian said, that's great, Jeff, but I noticed I can go from feet to inches, and then from inches to, what was it saying? So 12 inches in a foot, 2.54 centimeters in an inch. So if we do it this way, we're gonna get a slightly different answer because some of our conversions are rounded. 335.28. So I'll tell you this right now, this conversion here is rounded a bit. It should be 0.3048. You guys kind of with me? So depending on the path you pick and depending on the conversions I put on the test or the quiz or whatever, different people can get different answers, but they all should be really close. You guys all with me? Okay.
So which one would be closer?
This way. Yes, this way. Because the 2.5 centimeters is not rounded. Let me see, if I go back, you guys just suffer with me here for a second. Yeah, see, 30.48. If I make that 0.3048, it's exactly the same, yes? Yeah. So that does kind of irk me that this thought they needed to round that, but they didn't really need to. You guys semi with me? Semi? A little bit? Okay. And then cups to liters. Do you have a direct route? Cups to liters. So here's how you do it. On this page, where does it say anything about liters? Here, yes. 1 liter, so many quarts. 1 quart, so many liters, yes. So quarts is my middleman. Can I get from cups to quarts? Because if I can do that, I can get from quarts to liters. You guys see that? So this is the kind of logic you have to employ to figure out the path you're going to take. So can I go from cups to quarts? Yes. And then can I go from quarts to liters? Yes, I have 2 different ones. One of these is rounded. I can't remember which one it is. So here, watch. Really smart idea. Write down your path. Cups. I can go from cups to what? Somebody help me out. I can go from cups to pints. Pints to quarts. Quarts to liters. So if you write out your path, your grid is very easy to set up. So I'm going to start with cups. Go from cups to pints. Go from pints to quarts. Go from quarts to liters. So 2 cups in a pint, 4 quarts, sorry, I went too far. 2 pints in a quart, And then I could do either thing I want to, and since I don't like to divide as much as multiply, I'm gonna do 1 quart is 0.95 liters. You have a choice on that one, yes? So 1/2 of these problems, well, 1/3 of these problems is what path you're gonna take. The next third is setting up the grid, and the last third is can you get it in the calculator correctly, yeah? So you literally just put 32. 2's on the bottom, so I'm gonna divide by 2. 2's on the bottom, I'm gonna divide by 2. 0.95's on the top, so I'm gonna multiply by it. Yes? Boom, 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 boom. So go ahead and try to see what you get. 7.24. Wow, you were off, Jeff. What did I do? 8 plus 7.2. Yeah, what did I do? I don't know. I did something. Oh, I went too far over. 7.6 is what I get, liters. Cups died, pints died, quarts died, so liters is left alive at the end. Okay. Phi would work the same way. So I kind of want to get into metrics so I can give you guys this little worksheet so I can shut up for a bit. Is everybody with me on that one? Is that okay? So real quick, metric. Metric is awesome. Do you guys remember how to go from like kilometers to decameters if you write this out? So like liters is laughing, grams is giggling. But you got a little the mnemonic device, yes? Just like please excuse my dumbass son or dear Aunt Sally. So how would I go from kilometers to decameters? Does anyone remember? 1, 2. Every step in the metric is 10. When I go from big to small and multiply, so the shortcut is I'm going to move the decimal the direction I'm going, the number of times I go. I'm going to move the decimal 1, 2, that way. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, there's stuff up here. 1, 2, 3.4, done. So every other country on the face of the earth, kids learn this shit, and they have no trouble converting because they're just moving this stupid little decimal. And then we're over going, how many fluid ounces in a gallon? Oh my God. Okay, maybe. What about this guy? Centigrams to hectograms. Don't say anything, just take a minute, figure out how many times I'm gonna have to move the decimal in which direction. Don't say it. Alright, who's got it? How many times which direction? Say again?
Move 4 to the left.
4 to the left, so let's see. Centigrams, 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. So then I'm gonna move the decimals currently right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's 1.3453 hectograms. So metric just kicks so much ass. It just does. It sucks horrendously to convert from us to metric because our system sucks so bad. It's not metric's fault. We'll be okay, I'm sorry.
Is the US the only one that uses?
Say again?
Is the US the only one that uses these measures?
It is now. It used to be 2 other countries on the face of the earth, but they have converted to metric over the last few years, so. USA. Okay. And then these work the same way. You guys get the idea? I kind of want to get to the point where I can let you guys do some stuff. Yes?
What does DAL stand for?
Oh, what is DAL? What's DA? Deca. So decameter is DAM, decaliter is DAL. Decagram would be DAG, D-A-G. Decameters, damn. All right, I got the temperature at the bottom, but okay. I'm tired of listening to myself talk. Let me put you guys in groups. How many people do I have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Oh, that's perfect. Wow, thank you guys. You're the mans. You're the foxes. Dog. Dog. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, perfect. Alright guys, so everybody got a sheet, right? A sheet, not a sheep. So my bees, where are my bees at? See each other? See each other? There we go. If I were you guys, I would like grab somewhere that's wide open, yes? Could you guys kind of get up and move to an area that's wide open? Where are my foxes at? Yeah, see each other, there we go. Maybe right there, right in front of Leah. Yes? Puppy dogs. Keep dogs. Okay, see each other? Maybe you guys come over here to Adrian's got all kinds of room. Where are my sheep? You're very happy to be sheep. Yes? I know I have one more sheep that didn't want to be sheep. There they are. See each other way back there? Yes. So maybe, I don't know, come up here maybe? I don't know.
I'll go over there.
Okay. Starfish? Have my starfish found each other? Where are my starfish? There, look over there. There's a starfish. There's another one out there somewhere. Okay. Did all my starfish find each other? There should be 3 in a group. Who are you? Oh, good. Okay. Got it. Oh, good. Okay, we got it. All right, guys. So you have your conversion chart on the other sheet.
Did we work together last time? I think so.
Oh, well, shoot. That's the laws of randomness.
Gosh, dang it, they're making friendships. Oh.
No! I can't let that happen.
I'll do it. Okay.
I control you if you don't make friends. All right, guys. I know you're not quite done yet, but I'm going to start to catch up to you. These first couple are just moving around on the old King Henry scale here. So hecto to deci would be 1, 2, 3. So if I move the decimal over 1, 2, 3, I get 153. Is that cool? Okay. And then milli to deca, and deca's always got the A in it. So if I see DL, that's deciliter. If I see DAL, that's decaliter. So decameter from millimeter would be 1, 2, 3, 4 that way. So if I move it 1, 2, 3, 4, I have to add a 0. Is that cool? I like it. Okay. And then this guy relates to this guy. So grams would take me to cubic centimeters. So if I just take a second and first make it kilograms, then that would be exactly the same thing as a cubic decimeter. Okay. So how do I convert this to kilograms? I go grams to kilograms. 1, 2, 3 back. Yes? Where am I at? Yes. Okay. If I go 1, 2, 3 back, 1, 2, 3 back, 2.198 kilograms of water would be equal to 2.198 cubic decimeters of water. Do you guys see that? So what did I do on this problem? I said I want to end up here. What would get me directly there would be these. I have these. Oh, well if I convert that to that, I'm done. Good. And then this one, again, if I go to where I want to be here. And I currently have decaliters. If I just had milliliters, then I would be there. I'd be done. Yes? Okay. So how do I make this into milliliters? So deciliter, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 270 milliliters, which is 270 cubic centimeters. Is everybody okay? All right. By the way, apparently I'm Team Starfish for the moment. Go Starfish. Cups to gallons. So I really liked when I was walking around the room, I heard a lot of you guys talking about the path to get from this to this. Beautiful. A lot of people try to skip that, which is crazy. So what's the path to go from cups to gallons? Cups to pints, to quarts to gallons. I like it. So if I go 80 cups, how many cups in a pint? 2 cups in a pint. How many pints in a quart? 2 pints in a quart. How many quarts in a gallon? 4. And gallon is G-A-L. I'm sorry, everything I wrote you can finally see. So this would be 80. Now, let me see you guys. In the calculator, here's a mistake that students make. They'll go 80 divided by, and they'll go, oh, this is 2 times 2 times 4. All right, well, that's a big mistake right there. Okay, calculator. Oh, there you are. Here, use this one that you can actually see. 80 divided by 2 times 2 times 4. That is wrong because that's multiplying by the 2 and the 4. They're supposed to be on the bottom. So you literally just go, okay, I see an 80, and then I see on the bottom is 2, on the bottom is 2, on the bottom is 4. If it's on the bottom, you divide. Holy shit. 80, on the bottom is 2, on the bottom is 2, on the bottom is 4. So you get 5. Okay, so that'll be 5 gallons. Now, real quick, this guy. Okay. Let me show you the idea behind this, and then I'll show you the shortcut. 1 foot is 12 inches. So 1 square foot would be 144 square inches, correct? Do you guys see that? So I was talking to several groups about this. If I have 1 foot by 1 foot, that's 1 square foot. That would be 12 inches by 12 inches, which is 144 square inches, yes? If I have 2 square feet, that'll be 144 square inches. Every square foot is 144 square inches. Let me show you a different way to do this. So you get 288 square inches. Another way to do the exact same problem is start with 2, but feet squared is foot times foot, yes? You don't have to kill both feet. So you have to kill a foot, and then I have to kill another foot. Now both feet are dead. 12 inches in a foot, 12 inches in a foot, 2 times 12 times 12 is still 288. So you can think about every unit that's to a power, you just put it that many times. And then you make sure to kill it until it's dead. Kill it till it's dead. Right? The units are like a weird zombie. Make sure you kill it till it's dead. Alright, this problem. I should say how many times larger. That would probably make this a little bit easier. How many times larger? So I was trying to tell some groups, if I had a 30 square inch square, and I had a 10 square inch square, this one's 3 times as big. That's easy because the units are the same. So this is hard because the units are not the same. So again, 1 decameter is how many decimeters? 1 decameter is how many decimeters? 100. But you gotta move over twice, correct? But this problem's all about squared units, yes? So then I just square. So 1 square decameter is 10,000 square decimeters, so therefore 1 decameter is 10,000 times as big as a square decimeter. Okay. Okay. This one, again, something that happens a decent amount of the time is you kind of go to where you want to be. Right, so right now you can go to your happy place in your mind, but where do we want to be at the end is kilograms. What will get me to kilograms would be cubic decimeters. Yes? So if I make every side decimeters, when I multiply them, I'll end up with cubic decimeters. So I'll basically be done, yes? Because every cubic decimeter is a kilogram of water. So this is already decimeters. Thank you, thank you. How do you convert this to decimeters? If you go from meter to decimeter, you have to move how many times? Once to the right. And then I want to go from centimeters to decimeters. I gotta go once back, yes? And then, whatever the hell that is. Let's see. Guess what? 0.39, so it's 0.4, I don't know. It's like 1 point. Somebody save me from myself. Wait, 0.39. Yeah, 0.39 says 0.4, it'd be 0.15 something. 7? 6. 0.156 cubic decimeters, which is how many kilograms of water? Exactly that many kilograms of water. Okay. Then I start going between the systems of measurement. 900 centimeters, I want to go to feet. So what's one path somebody took? Went from centimeters to inches, okay? And then from inches to feet. So this would be 2.54 of these, and this will be 12 of these. So in my calculator, I'm going to put 900 divided by 2.54 divided by 12, yes? And I get 29.528 roughly. What did I say? Hundredths place. So 29.53. Is that what you guys got? Thank God. Okay. And then so many decameters to miles. So if I look at my conversions, I've got, where'd miles go? They're up here, but yeah. So I got miles to feet, and I've got feet to meters, and I am currently in decameters. So what's a path somebody took from decameters? Where'd you go?
Kilometers.
Oh, okay. So from decameters to kilometers. Did I give you the conversion? I feel like I should have.
Kilometers, miles.
There it is. Okay. Sorry, I missed it. I should put my glasses on. From decameters to kilometers, and then from kilometers you went to miles. Beautiful. I gave that to you. Good. Here, Jeff. There it is. Okay. So, is that the only path you could take? No. I think that's probably the shortest path. So you got 4,980. Damn. And you want to kill the dam, go to kilometers, and then you want to kill the kilometers, go to miles. So how do I go from, well, this middle step here, to be honest, I could just, personally I would just King Henry it. So I like to verb nouns. So if I just King Henry that bad boy, how do I go from decameters to kilometers? Move this. Yeah, from decameters would be 1, 2, yes? Okay, so 49.8 kilometers. So I can just do the King Henry step first. And then how many kilometers to how many miles? 1.61 kilometers, and then I would just divide. Is everybody with me on that? So if my first step is like metric, pure metric, I would just King Henry that thing. Meaning move the decimal the right number of times. And then you get 49.8 divided by 1.61, you get 30.93 miles. Oops. Okay. Did we try part C out yet? And what's the formula for part C? Do you guys know the formula? You have to because I gave it to you. So right down there is the formulas, yes. So if I know Celsius, I can use this one. If I know Fahrenheit, you can use this one. So if I plug a 40 in, negative 40, sorry. What's negative 40 divided by 5? Negative 8. What's negative 8 times 9? What's 8 times 9? 72. What's negative 72 plus 32? Yeah, so 40 degrees is where both temperature scales match. And why does it make sense they're going to meet somewhere? Because do you see how the slopes are different for both? Which means they're not parallel lines, so they're going to meet. So they actually meet at negative 40. So if you're in Alaska and say, well, it's negative, not Alaska, sorry. If you're in Canada, by Alaska, you say it's negative 40 degrees Celsius, well, that actually is the same thing for me in Fahrenheit. So one time we kind of like know what each other's talking about. Okay, I like it. Same thing with this guy. I would just plug 45 into this formula here, yes? And then this last dude. I'm not sure how many of you guys try this last dude out. So I'll tell you this. I'm going to let us out a little early, which is perfect. I'm trying to let us out early because I have got a stupid amount of stuff to do. Let's finish that last one up next time. If you guys want to try that ahead of time, you can. Next time we'll talk about when our next quiz is going to be. We haven't really placed that yet. It could very well be a week from today. In fact, let me think. This is section... No, let's not do it a week from today yet. We might do it after spring break, because I think a week from today is the last Wednesday before spring break. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Spring break is the.
So we'll talk about, we'll talk about the next quiz next time. Okay. Start you back up. I did.